Oh, that was a bit heavy. My stomach is hurting. A piece of fur. Some socks. Let's see what's up to everybody right now. It's one of my favorite openings. My favorite animes and intros to anime. Well, what is up, everybody? Good morning. I usually don't stream this early. Usually because around this time I'm still trying to go back to sleep or catch up on them Z's. And you know, I don't know, I just been feeling like really weird, guys. You know, I get up at 4 in the morning and I have this energy. And I feel like I have to force myself awake though, you know? Because in those moments, you know, it's really like just depends, you know, if I do or don't get up. Most of the time I don't because I'm so like groggy and tired. And so I don't know, I guess I should take it more seriously because, you know, I lose some practice every day that I don't practice. Where's that deep? Honestly, we still remain undefeated. But yeah, I don't think I've hit the practice almost in this entire week. I only practiced like maybe once or twice this whole week. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Alright, let's pack one. We're good to go in the morning. Got some new Zaza. Yes, some perps. I could probably grind this. Someone said, Jakai, what's up? Okay. That's perfect. Here, I'll just grind the rest of this. What the heck? Oh. You sad? No. Just packing a bowl. Who said that? Yo, keep at it. What's up? Nice. What's up? What's up, everybody? It smells pretty good. It smells earthy. This kind of reminds me of like Girl Scout cookies. That really earthy taste. This is probably gonna be really fire. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see, we'll have to check it out right now. Give me one sec. Yeah, guys, I just got up not that long ago. It's barely like 6:40. So I don't really stream this early anymore, you know. I haven't seen anybody this early in the morning lately. Yo, thank you guys so much. We're literally at 6.19 K subs. We're only 3 subs away from 6.2K, and only then that's when we'll be at we'll only need 800 followers after that, or subs, to get to 7K. And at 7K we'll probably do some more gifting. We gifted a couple people yesterday on Fortnite. We gifted Antonio the Timeless emo, and we gifted Trey Sanders the Full of Tears emo. And so shouts out them. You know, I really enjoy playing with them. Hopefully we see them today for some more ranked reload, and we can move up from Diamond to Elite, and then from Elite to Champion, and finally Champion to Unreal. And so we were super close last season, guys. We were at Champion 75%. And the only reason we didn't really make it is because we didn't play as much those last few days. I ended up getting really busy. But that's no problem, no excuse, you know, we didn't make it to Unreal. But hopefully this time around we will. And so I have like 5 new videos I'm about to upload right now for you guys to watch. And so they're mostly highlights. A couple highlights from a couple videos ago from Ghost Recon. Another highlight from Fear when I use my reflexes. And one more clip today from the 24th of playing Warface Clutch against cheaters. And so those are the highlights from the 24th that I just uploaded right now, that will literally pop up on my channel if you go see it. And then we'll upload the 25th. Highlight for the 25th, we also had another lucky match versus some cheaters, and where we ended up winning. And then we also have the video from the 26th. And so that's probably our most recent video. Right? Oh, no. Oh, yeah. So that is our most recent video after the highlights. Then, not only that, we have a video from the 27th and a video from yesterday, from last night, to upload today. So we'll upload that and that. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Man, it's been going really well. And I realize I enjoy streaming in the morning like this. I wonder why I haven't been doing it. I'm telling you, it's just the laziness and my brain. It just got so used to not waking up early anymore. Let's see, someone said, smoking pack, nice. Nice. Why is colon swollen? Guys, actually colon is my name. My username is randomly generated by YouTube and Google, so I kind of liked it when I saw it. All right, thank you guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go hit this real quick, and then we'll start. I think we could do a Twitch stream today, if anything. I won't stream that long though, but if anything, I might not even do a stream. We'll just keep chatting here on YouTube. All right. Oh yeah. That was good. Like that really had like a very terpy taste, but I could definitely taste the earthy undernotes. I definitely think that's some Girl Scout cookies. I'm gonna have to double check. Wow, the taste, so good. All right. So hopefully we get to hear from some of our subs today. Maybe Kenny, Mav, or somebody. But pretty soon, let's see. Yeah, I do gotta get going, like, in a bit. Yeah, just so I could go help out the community for a while, and then I could come back later and do some more streaming. Like, if I wanted to right now, I could do a TTV stream. Actually, I gotta put this in all caps. Dang it, I already messed up. Wow. Nice. Nice, that was a new record. Good job. Yeah, we also got a couple new cards, guys. I feel actually really hyped about these. So we got like a new 5-gram card somewhere around. We have a couple 10 grams. Then I have a couple 2 grams. Super crazy flavors. Can't wait to try them. And then yeah. Pretty much got like the dankest Girl Scout cookies in the vault. Man, I feel like I'm gonna be locked in for the next few weeks just because of this. Man, there's gonna be some good streaming. Yeah, I managed to get my hands on some really good stuff, guys. I got at least like 10 pounds laying around somewhere. When bro pulled up, I'm telling you, when I saw that canary yellow Supra, guys, you guys have no idea. And when he pulled up next to me and he saw the aura, he was like, oh yeah, bro, I see you. He was like, He literally pulled a Senna on me, bro. And I was like, dang, bro. I was like, chill. But I guess he felt the aura. You know, we were both Toyota gang right there in that moment. But I guess, I don't know, you know, Wolf and everybody tells me, you know, my car, like, looks like a race car, but it's really not. Like, you know, I'm like, man, I guess it kind of does look like one, but I don't see it because it's just a regular economy car. You know, you see like hundreds, if not thousands of them, but I guess somehow mine looks different, you know? Like, I'm like, you know, I don't know, and it's just a regular base model with cloth seats. They're like, how do you get it to look like that? And I'm like, I don't get it. What are you guys talking about? It just looks normal to me. They're like, nah, you did something to it. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I can't lie to you guys. It is a race car. I've been working on it for so many years. Tuned it so many times. It's perfect. Actually, it's far from perfect, but... But man, spent so many years tuning it, putting in the work and the proper... you know, the proper parts to get it handling just right. Not only that, we've managed to increase the output from at least over almost 200 horsepower mechanically. So that's without anything else. And yeah, I mean, it does sit different on the street, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, but I guess, you know, I just drive it so good that you know, that's why everybody's trying to race me all the time. But, you know, I'm like, you guys go on ahead, you know. I'm not really into racing, you know, on roads like that. You know, it's always from cars that I just have no business racing, like, or, you know, or it's always some overpowered car trying to bully the economy cars, you know. And so so yeah, but like I said, you know, we've gotten some real respect, like from some real Hellcats and Supras, some Mustangs, man. And I remember when I beat that 5-0 Roush, he was actually kind of shocked. You know, he could have like easily like tried to show off on me and everything, you know. Like after the race, you know, he could have easily like just like let off his exhaust, you know, just because he was upset. But nah, part of it, you know, he knew there was some respect there that was gained. But I bet you to this day, because every time now, like, you know, before I go to sleep, I'm always thinking about, dang, man, I should go practice. Or, like, super early in the morning when I wake up, guys, like at 3, I'm always like, dang, I gotta go, you know, I gotta go hit the course or complete the deliveries. But then I'm not sure, you know, sometimes I feel like, you know, like lately I've been seeing people out there, you know, trying to find me and track me down, but, you know, in the end, they still can't keep up. Yeah, we just leave them in the dust. Like I said, I have no business racing people that can't even drive normally. That's the facts. Like it's always the funniest part to me because someone will tailgate me. Yeah, because someone will tailgate me, but then can't stay behind me, you know? Always lose ground. They always lose their ground, and then it turns into hundreds of feet in the end. Almost 1,000 feet I can gain. And like, and you know, me just knowing this, you know, I'm like, dang. I'm like, see, this guy can't even keep up with me, you know? This guy's got to let off every, because he's tailgating me so hard. But if it was me doing the tailgating, I'd be able to stay within like an inch of his bumper the whole time. You know, like I'd be able to perfectly follow him into anything, no problem. You know, I don't need to let off or nothing. I can literally like not even copy, you know. But that's just everything, you know, the facts. Someone said they're watching. Hi there, yo, what's up? Nina, what's up? But yeah, as I was saying. Alright, guys. Let's see. I think I have the TTV stream ready to go. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, I got audio captures. Twitch, what is up, guys? Good morning to you. It's barely 7 in the morning for me. I've already kind of been yapping on YouTube for like 30 minutes. You know, telling them the stories. And so I kind of forgot where I left off on the story, but you know, it all started. I started it with, you know, reminding them when I ran into that canary yellow Supra, the GR Supra. It was crazy, bro. I swear, because that was a custom paint job, man. Fully custom. You could tell, man. And that paint job was at least. Oh my gosh. And I'm talking about, like, man, that was easily over a 5K job for that GR Supra to get painted like that. Cause man, that thing looks so nice. You guys have no idea. It even had the little like the sparkliness a little bit, just a tiny bit, not enough to overdo it. Like it's barely noticeable, but on the canary yellow. Man, that was definitely one of my top 5 cars that I've seen this whole year. And the fact that he pulled up next to me and was like, you know, he felt the aura, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm just over here in my little 8.6, bro. Like, chill, bro. Come on. Come on, this car's from the 80s. He's like, you ain't gotta treat me with that much respect, bro. You're that much faster. But nah, maybe not. Maybe I easily take him. But yeah, the 8.6 is in storage right now. Honestly, guys, I've been thinking about doing a little bit something different with it. Maybe changing up the wheels. Getting some new tires for it. Hi, yo, what's up, Shaw? I subbed right now, yo. Thank you guys so much. How am I doing? Good. Just telling a little bit of stories of, you know, when I'm on the road. Like, so if you just heard me talking about it, and if you guys watch any of the shows that I like are similar to the shows that I watch, you know, I saw this GR Supra, but it was the perfect canary yellow. And you know, like, and he literally pulled up next to me and showed me some respect, like, and I'm not saying like in like a bad way. I'm saying like he literally like pulled up and was like I see you, like, you know, even though I'm like I'm just nobody, guys. I'm just a regular driver, guys. I just help out my community. But you know, I guess game recognizes game, guys. You know, I mean, I only drive the 8.6 because it's just, you know, it's just my car. I had it for a long time. But man, I mean, it's not the only car I drive, guys. I drive like so many other cars. I drive like a minimum of like 10 different cars every year, probably a few race cars here and there. I think one of the most interesting cars that I've had to like drive are all the new generation like. Well, this is a couple years ago now. Like so when the Hellcats came out, when the new 5.0s came out, the Dark Horses, all of those came out. Man, I'm telling you, like it's crazy because even back then, the potential was already up there, and now like all this new stuff is just it takes it way further. Like you have these almost like 2-3 ton cars that can move like roadsters. It's so crazy, you know. So it's not crazy, but it's actually really good. And so I'm just like that's just one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Same thing with all the other innovations that have been coming out lately. But yeah, I just been yapping here, guys. Did Twitch crash? No. Okay, okay, okay. Let's just get started already, guys. Sorry for wasting that much time for you guys. Let me pull this up. The 8.6 is just like, that's part of my pride and joy. I didn't, when I got it, I inherited it. It was originally, my father's car. He let me have it. I didn't even know anything about like driving or initial D at the time. I was just, driving. When my dad taught me how to practice, then, that's when he took me out and he said, hey, I want you to practice in this too. He took me out in another car, practiced in that one. And so, dang, I remember by the time I actually got my license. Yeah, good times. And I remember my driving test because I made so many mistakes, like little hesitations that costed me that last point that I needed to actually pass. And so, for those of you guys that take those driving tests, and don't pass it on the first go, that's all right. Some people don't. You're eating pizza, nice. All right, guys, we got this loaded up. All right, we're live on Twitch, guys. TTV. Ghost Recon is starting now. Let's hit it. Are you okay? Yes. Yo, thank you guys so much for all the subs. I literally think we just hit 6.2k subs. We're less than 800 subs away now from 7k. Yo, is this a new Aliens game? What is this? Nice. Star Wars Day. Okay. Now that this is loaded up, I could pull this right here. This too. Alright, there we go. That's all loaded up. And so, man, I'm just so hyped, guys. Really got like... We're gonna be chilling for the next few weeks. More than that, bro. This is probably lasting a couple months now. Halo Infinite multiplayer is free to play. What? I thought Halo Infinite was free. Nice. Okay, okay. Ghost Recon is open. It's just waiting for me now. You're the first YouTuber that noticed me in a live stream. I want to thank you for that. Yo, you're welcome. Alright guys, so we're on this next mission here. Hopefully it pops up here. Yes, there it is. Let's pack this next bowl before we start, man. Here, hold on. Poop this out. I just realized, where is my pen tool? Crap. Dang it. What did I do with my dog tool? Probably in the car. Ah, I probably left it in the 8.6. Damn. Hold on. Come on. Please save the day. Yes! Oh, I got so lucky. I almost left my tool in the 8.6. Would have had to drive like 20 minutes out to go get it. But yeah, guys, we do live at the top of LA in Hollywood. We live at the highest part, higher than the Palisades. And so when the fires hit, they didn't reach us. You know, we were all good. We were all straight. You know, we helped out the community as best as we can. We even drove down through the fires like so many times. You know, still helping out the communities, the people that salvaged everything that they could. And yeah, you know, in those days, you know, and that's when the legend started. You know, it all started when some guy randomly just challenged me. You know, it was a bit of an informal challenge, but I remember it being actually a legit challenge, because this guy, you know, that's when I remembered the signaling is when you signal somebody to start the chase. And so I chased him down the mountains in the Palisades, you know. And I chased him down like with everything that I knew, you know, from my home course that's above that, you know, in a different section. And I overtook him. You know, he tried to take the inside of a turn and skid it out, and I just easily took the inside, pushed him out, and he lost ground. By that time, 20 feet turned into 100 feet. We broke a turn. He slid out again, and by that time, 100 feet turned to 300 feet. I was gone, and that was how the legend started. I can't remember exactly what kind of car it was, but I think it was an EV. Oh, I remember now. That was the Plaid, the dual motor Tesla, bro. I remember that now. And so yeah, and that's where the legend started. And ever since then, people have been trying to like track me down and like race me. Every time I go out there, you know, there's people waiting, you know, counting my times, but I don't race for time. Not, at least not in their eyes, in front of them. They don't even know my fastest time. I'm gonna go now, bye. Okay. Catch you later. But yeah, guys. And that's where the legend started. And then ever since then, you know, I remember somebody was waiting for me, and he was like literally looking for me. And then, you know, I was like, I was on a job, like, and I mean, like, I was helping the community, you know, because when I'm doing that, guys, I treat it like it's serious to me, man. I don't mess around. I don't speed. I don't do none of that, guys. You know, I have to keep the food and the, you know, all the stuff they like want, you know. Sometimes people get food. People ask me to get them like clothes or like water. Sometimes even food and stuff, guys. But then yeah, sometimes, you know, I've gone out there and just like given money and help people find shelter and gotten people out of danger. And so yeah, and then sometimes, like I said, you know, there's a lot of homeless too, guys. And so every time I, you know, have some spare change, I always try to give some to them. Because, you know, I'm sure they're all people too, you know. You know, some people make bad decisions more than others. Will more willingly make bad decisions. And some people, you know, just don't have control sometimes over the things that happen to them. Could be in a rough spot. You know, sometimes I think to myself, I'm like, dang, you know, I could end up in that spot someday. And so, you know, I definitely want to help those. And, you know, the same way I'd want to receive some help too. Plus, who knows, man, like, you know, could make a difference someday. You know, that could have been the last, like, dollar or something that somebody needed to, like, you know, get a raise or something, shave their face so they could get a job or like look more presentable for themselves, or, you know, or buy something for themselves to eat. Or who knows, it could have been the last dollar they needed to get out of that situation they are in. You know, that's probably all it takes. I remember one time I gave away like $100. You know, I was thinking to myself, dang, did I really give away $100? But then I was like, nah, you know what? That doesn't even matter, because I'm not even thinking about it anymore. I was glad to have given it away. Here we go. Oh crap. Bro did a whole space landing. Alright, you guys watch this while I go take a rip off of this. Nice. Wow, that was good. Location: Russia and Siberia. Mission aim: Galant thief. Objectives: infiltrate black prison and extract Russian President Volody. Okay. We're live. That's definitely Girl Scout cookies. I know this tastes too well. Ah, man, I love being an OG. Okay. Just pass by. Okay. There's 3 there, so I might as well just avoid those guys if I can. Is there a way in through here? No. I just sneak past these guys. Tower. risky. I heard not. One on the roof. Yeah. I think now's my chance to move. Good roll. I feel like I should just let this guy go. Because he's gonna meet up with this guy. Oh crap. Okay, go, go, go. Made it. Where's the security? attention to the breaths. So. I got lucky. Can't say I won't be super lucky still. Let's go. Keep rolling. Crap, there it is. Oh, sorry. What do I do? I got this guy. You have to look for the breaths. It's like almost an indication. Ooh, that was so cool. You're not a bad guy. I don't want to kill you for that. Dang, he opened the door for us. Now we gotta knock his ass out. Ghost. What a ghost. That was awesome. Roy, hi there. Gamer, hi there. Okay. I almost. No longer causing mission failure. Okay. Was there another way to get out from here? Can I take this window? This isn't Splinter Cell. Oh crap. Misfire, misfire. talk to that guy while I get this beacon online. Take this sniper out too. Yo, I'm back. Yo, what's up? Gotta look for any snipers, that's why. Don't want to get spotted. Let's move. Last beacon. Last bacon. I'm good, okay, yo. Wanna hear a knock knock joke? Okay, sure. Nice. You said knock knock and then Hawaii? Okay.
Dang it. Those guys are good. Man, that's crazy though. Kind of messed up right there. So you gotta kill everybody. Wow. Oh, it's because I didn't say who's there. You just said Hawaii. That's why. Who's there? did that guy come from? It's not clear. I did. I said Hawaii who, guys? Maybe you didn't hear me. Well, okay, you're gonna play Roblox. Okay, have fun. Shoot. Don't shoot yet, bro. It's go time. Dang. Oh my gosh, the bombs are exploding. What the heck? I can't go through there? I have to follow him? They're just running. We can completely avoid this. Oh! If I stay crouched, they won't see him, so. Dang. Volodin, how'd you survive that? We're almost to extract. Dang. Go, go, go. Why are you taking cover? Uh-oh, something tells me this is not over yet. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just got downed. Okay, so that was meant to happen, I think. Let's see what happens. Dang it! I got rushed. You guys are good. Alright. So yeah, this is one of just a shootout. Oh, I died again. Sorry, I kind of caught a stray there. I was trying to roll to the side, but I accidentally got up for a sec. So that's how I got shot. Sorry about that, guys. Plus, I kind of feel like I should use the LMG that's right here. Cheap shot. Nice. Yeah, so I didn't have to shoot them back. I just had to hold the position. It's different, you know, you don't need to get in all those shootouts. Just gotta defend the target. Nice, 84 goal score, let's go. That's good, that's a B. B plus. Let's go, we got some new weapons and attachments, nice. Army, ACU, Indian, nice. Just watch this cutscene and then we'll cut it out. Nice, bro. This layout is perfect, bro. This is like a battlefield now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to the stream. We have a couple more videos uploading. Let me read the chat some more. Check out everybody's channels. See if Georgia posted anything today. Alright, if anything, I'm ready for more Fear. If anything, I don't mind playing Fear on low graphics either. So we'll see what we could do. Or I could keep it on max graphics because it does look really nice though. I can't lie, it makes it look the game look more sharp. I'll be right back. I'll go check on the puppies. I was down. Alright, let's play the next game now, guys. It's Fear. That's a man. This is definitely a game worth replaying, but it does take a little while, and it's definitely worth exploring the detail that's put into this game for its time. I mean, this game literally came out 2005, bro. This is like not even GTX cards have came out yet. The first GTX cards hadn't even come out at this time yet, I think. Anyways. It's a bit of a process to run because you gotta constantly keep restarting it to keep the frame rates up. So we just got through there. Ah! It's just a fan. What was that? Checkpoint. Look, there's a crawl space here. Okay, where does this lead to? Ah! Okay, we can't get through there. Okay, so we found a little crawl space, but what about if we continue going this way? What's this way? There's a vent right there. I guess there's nothing up there. Yeah. Okay. Why does that not look safe? Can't go through there. Or there. There's another, yeah. Crawl space. No! Fucking skeleton. skeleton. This is the thing we need. So another look around. It's up here. Let's keep up. Oh, a health booster. Let's just turn off the water, see where else it takes me. Oh, it's just gonna take me right there. Crap, I'm messing up here. Oh, okay. What was that? Ah! Who? What are you talking about? Oh, crashed out. the security gate. He's down. Let's go before more reinforcements arrive. Nice, we've made it. Situation: Fear combat operative has resurfaced after being temporarily out of contact. Fear coordinators tracking Paxton Fettel on the far side of the research area. Mission: Fear operative will traverse research area to intercept Fettel. Okay, so I think that should do it there for Fear. Dang, that was only like 5-10 minutes. I guess I must have just quit throughout the middle of the interval last time, but that's okay. So at least we have a fresh interval to start next time. Now let's do some clutch. So you guys know how I feel about Warface. Very decent game, lovely, wonderful game. Very ahead of its time. Still puts a lot of games to shame, to be honest, with the weapons that it has in the game. They're constantly licensing like a lot of super cool weapons, and you know, they're even, I think they're even like supported, because this is a really high esports game, honestly. You know, it's not necessarily a pay to win aspect, but there are, like, you can buy some really good weapons, man. There's some weapons, and then they're constantly reworking the game. And so, you know, when they started it out, you know, most of the weapons, you know, they try to make it seem like very modern, right? And so their damage scaling started very small. But when they started reworking the whole game, all those weapons got revamped. You know, some of them having higher firepower, more firepower, and higher fire rate. And then some of them just do more damage overall too. And then some weapons became modifiable, like with mods, you know, like equipable mods like reload speed and damage per se. And then yeah, they just been updating the game a lot, you know, trying to give the new players a chance, because it is hard to get into this game when you're a new player. And like, I can say that because I remember when I started, and you know, I had no weapons, man. I was unlocking as much weapons as I could just out of the free stuff that they had. you know, the best stuff you could get at the time, you know, was barely the rock solid set or the and back then you had no money. You had like barely 20,000. So think about it, you're spending like almost 1,000 or two just to repair your armor and your weapons over every match. And then not only that, some of the only weapons we had were the free series weapons, which are all the impulse weapons that you can get out of contracts. And then I just remember getting all my stuff, all my hard-earned weapons, like all the stuff that you see here, I earned from playing all these events. This is all from playing events and unlock boxes for free. And then all of these weapons, the Urban Warfare Scar, this Urban Warfare M4 right here, these are all from Rock Solid series. This G36 I got from a Halloween box before I started streaming, or before I started re-uploading. And then this Golden K&M arms right here I also got from a box. It's actually a really rare chance. Think about it, 0.01 chance or something. And then, yeah, the rest of these are also from the boxes and some battle passes, like this AK-47 I bought from a event. You know, because it was a good deal. I only paid like 75 event currency or something for that weapon, like 200 something. It's a very good deal for an AK. And so yeah, we could play the event now. I kind of gotta study the event though, like the flag. And so is there more like information how it works? Yeah, so I think it is armor based, so you can definitely rock some decent armor for this event. Let's check our contracts. Win 3 PvP matches and eliminate 300 enemies. Alright, that sounds pretty easy. So let's start off with AR, I guess. And it's usually pretty lively, but honestly, I think the only issue is I just think there's a lot of cheaters, and like I don't say that just to accuse people of cheating. I just like, you know, in my experience of playing video games and all of this and that, that's just what cheating looks like to me. You know, when people are like tracking your body through walls, the crosshair is like perfectly locked on your body through a wall, and it's locking onto specific parts. You know, when the aim becomes unnatural. So let's say they're losing a gun battle and they're getting shot. When you get shot, you're supposed to, the game makes you flinch. So even if you try to scope in at that time and you have the best aim, even at your best, that flinch is not going to allow you to hit center shots. Yet I always see, you know, let's say we get in a shootout and then this guy turns around, beams me in the face, like perfect headshots, 4 shots to the face while flinching is crazy. So, you know, and I'm not saying that it's not impossible, I'm not saying it's impossible to do that. I'm saying that just like considering all the flinch and then the way it looks, especially on the kill cam, it just doesn't line up sometimes, you know. And I understand, you know, that you could have a lot of pull, right? You could like pull your mouse or your controller far away to compensate for that. But most of the time, you know, there's gotta be a visual point, you know, like it's noticeable when people use those like macros and stuff, the anti-recoil scripts, because, you know, there's no, you know, even if you try to humanize it, it just doesn't ever really look like real aim. You clearly see the game take over. For example, like when you use melee in Black Ops 6 now, like it'll automatically try to find the target, you know. It won't auto lock them, but it will try to find them, and that's what it's kind of what it looks like when you see aimbotters. Same thing with like the ability to see through walls. You know, they always play like they could see through it, and every time they try to act like they don't, it just makes it more obvious, you know. Legitimate players just aren't like, it's a different gameplay. It's, you know. Trust me, because that's how we win matches, bro. It's a mindset. Nice. Dang. Watch out behind us. Nice, good cover. Nice, we held him off. Good job. Nice. Dropped him. Dang it. Whoa. Nice. Dang. Nice. Alright, we gotta go around or something. Came to hunt me down because I killed his homie. going before his teammate could get to me. That's always the best. GG's. Didn't do too bad. Ooh, I remember when I got this too. I got that out of the box. Ooh, nice. A Benelli. Bro, the M2 Sport is so crazy. Whoa! A Helion for 1285 is actually so good, man. Yo, Kinetic Stealth Pistol is rare. And then this is just too expensive. It's not worth it. Might as well hit a reroll. Nice, good stuff. Okay. Let's play another one. Didn't win that one, but it's alright. I think I might just try to limit myself with this game because, like, or limit myself to the amount of matches I play in this game. Like, once I can't report people anymore, I think I might just get off because, like, it just doesn't let me, like, report actual cheaters, like, you know? Or people I think are cheating, and it's just, you know, if we can't get them investigated or anything, then what's the point? So yeah, it's probably gonna be really bad for a little bit, but it's fine. I'm sure we could probably beat them once or twice. That was a 69? That's crazy. There we go, that's an easy report. That fast. Good hold. Good hold. I'm gonna take high ground. Oh yeah, that's straight up cheating, bro. Look at that. That wasn't even a check. They were all about to run that way, but they already knew I was there. He's dead. He's dead. Good job. It's fine. yeah, straight cheater. Well, he's dead. Yeah, now we know that we know where they are. All we gotta do is just wait them out and just grab the next flag. Come on, that's GG's. Dang, they're trying so hard. They're gonna lose, bro. You literally gotta hold them off. GG's. Dang, they sure are boosted. So for the next one, we got them on this last one. This is gonna be the game ender where we beat them. Ah, take that, you loser. GG's, guys. Let's go. The cheaters lose. GG's. Alright, I think I could play one more. Hopefully, we still have some reports in. That we could report some more people. Ooh, the VP9 match, but it's only 25% off. Nice. Hopefully we find one for 90% off, bro. Alright, last one. What's up, Colin? Yo, what's up, Olive Wolf? Yo, I tried the Muha yesterday, bro. It's good, bro. I tried the candy apple one. I think, should I try the other one, the strawberry shortcake? It's pretty good. Yeah, but my bad, bro. I was just super slumped last night and I couldn't even sleep either. I was like up late. Like after I said I was gonna go to sleep, I was still up for like another 20 minutes trying to fall asleep, but it's cool. It's because my brain was tired. Like, I think I smoked too hard that day, yesterday. But I feel better now because I'm up earlier or something. I don't know. I was just probably just stressing about something. Alright, here we go. This is the strawberry shortcake one. So I'm gonna put this one on. Crap, I'm in the middle of a match. Oh, crap. Just got dropped in. We gotta get those guys off the high ground. Actually, I'm getting targeted with aimbot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I genuinely believe like there's 3 players on their team that are cheating. Like, how did I get shot like that, dude? Yeah, I gotta report that. There we go, see? Oh, there's a limit. Probably just get off after this game. He has Val, he's using too many cheats. They're targeting me again. That guy's aimbotting. Oh, I thought that was that other guy. Anyways, that was one of the aimbotters. Take that, you cheaters. Alright, let's try the Muhas now, guys. Yeah, guys, we got some crazy cards, guys. We're smoking like some 10-gram cards now. Me too. I'm feeling a little better, but still kind of slumping. Maybe I need more time, but it ain't as bad as yesterday. Okay, nice. Cheers! Yeah. That one does taste like strawberry shortcake. I know that strain very well, especially from Plug and Play. I like the candy apple one though. That one tastes super fire. I think I got some good flavors. Nice. Alright, I think that's it for me then. That's it for me on Warface. I don't want to play it anymore. You know, after, you know, their reporting system, I just can't. You know, I can't really mess with it like that, you know? But, you know, I don't know. You know, there's still, like, most of these teams are full of cheaters. Like, Free to Fly is a cheater team. Turkish Army, Steel Razor's another cheater team. I don't think Polska Warface is, but it might be. Colonel Panic is for sure a cheater team. Alexander is a cheater team. And then these top 3 teams, like, these teams have never been on the top 10 or 1,000 in ever. So this is probably a boosted cheater clan. And so they should probably get investigated. I mean, they were not top 3 last year, or, you know, anywhere near the leaderboard. So you know, all it takes is about a year of cheaters just boosting a lobby all day, and they could easily make that. So it's nothing, guys. You know, that's why I hate all these fake grandmasters. You know, I kill them all the time because they're really washed. But, you know, do they really deserve to be in Grandmaster? I don't think so. I think they're just boosted and carried. And they all use cheats too. They don't have any real achievements. You know, it's nothing like the OG days. Like, I remember the OGs of Warface. Like, they used to grind, man. I remember grinding. I remember when I played this game, I didn't know anything. Now that's the real OG Warface days. No, that's the crazy part is that you know some new player like me back then, running on a computer that didn't even have a graphics card back then, playing Warface on like 15 FPS and killing the same cheaters back then. It's crazy. So you know that just goes to show how much my skill gap has left them in the dust. But that's it, guys. I think that's the end of the stream. I might as well just end it there. That was good. You know, I don't have any more games to play right now. I don't want to play anything else. We did Fear, we did Ghost Recon Future Soldier, and we did some Warface Clutch for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys on the next stream. We're gonna do an exclusive later. Probably play some Fortnite and Call of Duty. And maybe some Marvel Rivals. You know, I've been enjoying that game some more lately. You know, you just really gotta just get into it, and you know, it doesn't matter, you know. I think the idea though is that game is very role based, so it's very hard to understand because there's so many different characters, and you want to play your favorite one, but you gotta understand that he can only play a certain role in the game. So that's what makes it more tough. You know, like that's like the hard part, you know, and that's what makes Marvel Rivals, you know, the people that play it play so much more competitively, because you know the people that, you know, there's no I guess there's just no equality. That's how it's supposed to be, but right, you gotta it's interesting, right? You know, I thought Marvel Rivals was gonna be like more like cartoony, you know? I thought it was gonna be like more like a Disney Infinity, but on a, like, you know, a much more revamped scale. Though this isn't bad either. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just going off on a tangent here, guys. And so, not only that, you can't, like, sometimes certain characters just won't fuse well together. And then if the other team has a good combination, you know, you might easily get dominated like right away, because that's, you know, they'll decide the match within like the first minute of the game, and you probably won't even be able to recover from that, and so yeah, I think that's the hard part about Rivals. You know, there's no counter initiative. It's just very objective based, and I'm not sure. I guess I feel like there's a lot of cheats going around in there too. You know, I just see some crazy stuff happening sometimes, but nah. Actually, at the same time, you get a lot of information out of the game. Like, you know, you be seeing enemies' health and stuff. So there's like, you know, it's not hard for someone to just be like, oh, he's low, and target you. You know. But and you know, it's not a very easy game to cheat in. You know, doesn't matter if you're cheating, you can still get dominated by another team playing a better character. So yeah, it's fun, guys. That's how I feel, but it's very like role based, kind of like Smite, and Overwatch, and like Valorant. But you could still have fun with it though. You know, if you just ignore that, you could still just play whatever you want. You could just ignore that, and you know, sometimes you could still win and just play, have fun. Seriously, you know, I think it's best though. Like, let's say you have a low health character, but he does a lot of damage. You know, that's kind of what you want to focus on, is other low health, high damaging enemies, because you're supposed to take them out to balance the battlefield, you know, and that's kind of how it is. And then if you're a support character, you know, obviously you have the most health. You're supposed to like guard your teammates, but at the same time try to lay on a little bit of damage. And then there's healers. Obviously they gotta do the healing while the damage is doing damage. And so on and so forth, guys. Just little stuff. Have fun, guys. You know, see you guys there. And thank you. Thank you. Gracias. Peace, guys. Peace, YouTube. See you guys next time.